Guten Nacht, mein Freund. I can't help it. I just can't help myself.
My deepest apologies
To the people of Germany?
to all the people who speak German, have heard German, watched the Hogan Heroes.
Hogan! Hogan! Hey, we're going back to Paulaner.
We are.
We're going back to Munich.
We certainly are.
Going back to Munich.
This is Paulaner Hefeweizzen, the Munich wheat beer.
Is it Hefeweizzen or Hefeweizens?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I forget. I had German in a while.
It could be. It's the #1 wheat beer in Germany and one of the world's favorites. In fact, beer experts call it a masterpiece.
Interesting.
In developing this beer, the Paulaner brewmasters have perfected a unique technique with yeast suspension, resulting in a uniform, slightly cloudy appearance, consistent quality, and perfect taste.
Shall I open up while we pour? While you read?
This traditional unfiltered Hefeweizen is naturally hazy and warm, silky gold under a strong head of foam. I'll skip over the nose because we don't want to give stuff away.
No.
Overall, beer connoisseurs appreciate the incomparable flavor of Paulaner Hefeweizzen for its mix of aromas and refreshing taste. It's perfect in a broad range of occasions, including traditional outdoor beer gardens.
Beer gardens.
So in the event we're ever allowed to go outdoors to a beer garden, ever again, this would be something you'd look for.
Right, well, I butchered that one, so I'll give you this one.
It's all good.
No, that's okay. Well, let me let this settle for a little bit.
Good.
So while we're waiting for that, while we're waiting for this thing to come back down to earth, let me tell you, this is the beer that made me realize that beer isn't necessarily Budweiser or Yuengling. This was the one that said, "Oh, beer can do that."
They can make good beer.
I'm like, beer can do this, and I had it at Ludwig's. Remember Ludwig's on?
Yeah.
It's not Ludwig's in it now. It's Time, I think, on Sampson Street.
Yep.
If it's still there, hopefully Time is still there. But this was the first beer, and I was like, "Oh, I like this."
That's what they were trying to do.
I'm like, wow, look at that! Somebody could actually make a good beer.
How about that?
And it wasn't like, it was like just something funky.
Cheers.
It's like, it's not all lagers. It's not all Guinness. It's not all Harp. There's more out there in this world. It smells like coming home. That.
You get the doughy, weedy aroma.
Look at that, man. That's got some head retention.
And then,
when you do a crappy pour like me, look at that.
And when you just slop it into the
When you just slop it into the glass. I guess, it's a good thing my regular job didn't go out. I'm not pouring beers anymore.
Did you shake the can beforehand?
No, I did not. Look at yours. Yours is fine. I just got a little aggressive on the pour. Oh, you get the cloves. I remember when we first got the beer and the waiter was telling us about it's got bananas and cloves. And I'm thinking it's made with bananas and cloves. No, it has aromas of bananas and cloves. Oh.
Then he said, "Get out."
No, and then I had my schnitzel. I had my vice versa, and I was happy. No, I'm sorry, I didn't have schnitzel. I had the vice versa platter with potato salad and the sauerkraut. Oh, so good. A little spätzle.
Do you have any of that right
now?
now?
No, I don't have any.
Thanks for bringing it up again.
I'm sorry.
Now I've salivated into my glass.
No, it's okay.
Ruined my beer.
It can't hurt. It's wild yeast or something, right?
You do get the cloves and the bananas. You do get that.
Like you said, you get the wheat. You also actually get like the grain. You get that nice little grainy flavor to it.
It has a real nice balance.
It's just and I was kind of off of wheat beers for a while, but you go back and they're pretty good. Yeah. It's just that they lack, like why I like IPAs. I like that little bitterness on the end. With these, the aftertaste gets to me for a while. Because once you get used to the other stuff, you go back to this and it's like, But overall, this is really well. I mean, as far as Hefeweizens go.
Yeah, I think that's one of the, if you're going to drink 2 beers or 3 beers or 4 beers, I don't think I'd drink 3 or 4 wheat beers. That's just not my wheelhouse. I drink a couple of stouts before I would drink a couple.
Right.
But if I'm having one with a meal, it's a good beer.
Well, it goes great with German food.
You
get it with German food. It's fantastic. Brats and pretzels and Jager. What is it? The fries with the stuff on top with the meat. Jager palms or something. I forget. There was some kind of crazy thing at the other place. What's the other German place? Not Ludwig's. Ludwig's is gone. The one on Brahaschmitz.
Brahaschmitz.
Yeah.
Brahaschmitz.
Brahaschmitz is good.
But if you're doing a pairing, so you're running the courses of food, this is a fantastic beer for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Rolling out with the first course, whatever it is, like you said, pretzels, something like that. Running out with the meal course.
Yeah.
It's just a really well-crafted beer.
Well, Paulaner's a solid brewery. I mean, they've been around for how many years?
1634.
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing this for a while here.
When you're closing in on 500 years.
Yeah.
Maybe you know what you're doing.
Quickly. Yeah, I think they've got it down. They've got it down to a science.
It's just a good solid wheat beer.
I like it. I mean, as far as Hefeweizens go, it's a solid A.
I would say it's an A.
As far as beers that I would normally drink, it goes down to a B. So it depends on the two scales. You know, as for the style, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's really good.
You know, it's a very good beer.
And I can see why it's Germany's #1 wheat beer.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you to the fine folks at Paulaner for sending this along.
And cheers.
Sir, Prost.